Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
How is everybody tonight? Just let us know that we've got a sound check, that you can all hear us fine. Just let us all know that you can hear us. Or are we talking to nobody? Can you all hear us okay? Are we even live?
I think so. May work.
Because yeah, no one's saying they can hear us. Yes, David can hear us. Thank you, David. Yeah. That's brilliant. Everyone can hear us.
Right.
Thanks, John. They're actually pajamas. They're not tops. They're actually, we've got a full set of pajamas on, and they're really, really warm, ain't they, Steve?
They're bloody weird. You can tell on my face I look like a blooming tomato.
They are really, really comfy and nice. So yeah, I thought we'd wear something matching and we'd wear something cool just for Halloween, because I don't know about you guys, but Halloween is my favourite time of year. I even prefer it over Christmas. So yeah, I love Halloween. So yeah, I got myself all spooky for you. So first of all, before we get into tonight's discussion, because trust me, guys, you're going to want to belt up for this one. Fasten your seatbelts, because I've got some facts for you. You probably didn't even know about Ed Gein. And yeah, I've done a really big deep dive for you guys. Spent hours upon hours researching, watching documentaries. Yeah, so tonight's going to be a good one. So you all need to get yourself a drink, shut your curtains and turn your lights out, because tonight's discussion is going to be a really good one, guys. It's going to be very interesting, very interesting. But first of all, can we just do some shout outs? So first of all, can we say hello to our mods, please? And you do a fantastic job. So hello, Roger. And hello, John Boy. And I don't think Julie's here yet, but hello, Julie, as well, when you do pop in. Now let's get on with some hellos. So good evening to Stacey.
Good evening, Helen and Steve.
Good evening, John. How are you? I think John says he's going to do some washing up soon. So he's going to just hear us. So if he's out the chat, I think he's just washing up.
Good evening, Mags.
Good evening, Mystique. So you go too quickly for me.
Good evening, David.
Hello, Jay Smith.
Good evening, Sherry. Good evening, Kaz.
Steve's just stealing everyone I meant to say hello to. Good evening, Drag on Ranger. I hope I said that right.
Good evening, Spange 71.
So I think we're caught up. And also as well, can I just say good evening to everybody that's watching at home that don't get involved in the chat? Maybe you don't have a YouTube account, or maybe you just like watching. So can we just say a massive good evening to you guys as well? Also, don't forget, guys, if you do want to be part of the discussion, if you want to be part of our community, please do. Everyone in our community is great. They're so friendly. We're all friendly here. So yeah, don't be shy. Just say hello into the chat. You'll be warm welcomed, won't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, our community is great, and everybody in here is amazing. So yeah, say hello to everybody that is sitting at home and watching us right now.
And also, thank you for John Boy and Sherry Ann for becoming members.
Thank you so much, guys. It really does help us out, and we are really, really appreciative. So thank you so, so much. Right. Oh, thank you, Helen. Helen, this is looking gorgeous.
Well, Dollie made me wear this, so.
I think you look cool in it. I love it. And they're warm.
They are the main thing. Very warm.
The main thing is that they're very, very warm. Have you missed anybody? Anyone said anything? Oh, John said he's seen half of Monster on Netflix. Okay. So I've got some really fun facts that wasn't actually in the program, because as you all know, sometimes programs like to exaggerate just to make the series a lot better than what it was. It's like any film, really. Most true.
Dramatized.
Yeah, most true life true life films are dramatized. So I've got some fun facts that I don't think you guys would have known because it took me ages to research all this. So yeah, and I just feel as well like so many people are so fascinated with true crime. Like we're all fascinated with true crime. A lot of us are armchair detectives. I know I am. I like to sit there and try and work it out. But yeah, I just feel like I love my true crime documentaries. I really do. Good evening, Fizz Wizard. How are you? Hope you're well. Yeah, you're not, are you? You're a bit opposite to me.
I'm more of an action sort of person.
You don't like true crime, do you? Really?
I mean, I sit and watch them because obviously I've got no choice because you're obsessed with them. But there is the odd one or two that I get fascinated by, and I must admit the Ed Gein one was the one that's fascinating.
It is. I just think there's so much to Ed Gein. Once you pull back all the layers, there's a lot more to the story than
what meets the eye.
What meets the eye, yeah, definitely. And I think it's just fascinating. I would have loved to have been a psychologist, and I would have loved to have gone to interview serial. I don't know if you're allowed to say that word. So I'm just going to say serial. You guys know what I mean. But I would have loved to have interviewed people that have done these heinous crimes that are now in prison for them, because I just find it so interesting. I just find it really interesting in how their brain works and how they become, you know.
And they all kind of have the same characteristics with the same upbringing and stuff. So is it where their brain hasn't been fully developed when they were younger? And
well, funny you should say that, Steve. When I've looked at a few cases of true crime, not always, no. Some people are brought up in a very nice, some people are very rich as well, and they still end up doing that. So not all the time, but I see what you're saying. Being brought up sometimes in, like, some people are brought up differently to what others are brought up. Sometimes it can play a factor in what happens. But yeah. Also, as well, I don't want to bring the shock factor to any of you guys, but after researching, doing hours and hours upon hours of research about Ed Gein, there is that part of me that does really feel sorry for him. So I don't want to shock anybody, but yeah, I do feel sorry for Ed Gein. I do. And I just want to know if any of you guys seen an Ed Gein documentary? Do any of you guys even know who he is? And also, did any of you guys have any sort of sympathy for him? Because I honestly did. I really did feel sorry for him.
I mean, Helen, I've just pinned the message what Helen said. She said that I actually cried at the end. It was quite sad and touching.
Yeah, it definitely was. It definitely was. Yeah, it was. I did honestly feel sorry for him after everything he had gone through, and then what had happened, and then that's where you've got to sit there and think to yourself, did he know what he was doing? But we will get to all this. We will get to all of this, guys. We're not gonna get straight into it. As I said, you've got time to make yourself a drink. You've got time to get yourself comfy, because this one's going to be a very interesting one.
This wizard said, I get what the director was trying to do with Ed Gein on how it influenced. Just wish it stuck more to the facts and the realism of the case.
Yeah, I understand that, Fizz Wizard, completely. Like I said, there is a lot of things that I will say tonight that were actually fiction, that weren't true. But yeah, I guess that's a lot of the true crime documentaries that you watch, or the true crime films that you watch. The most of them are dramatized. I think they dramatize them as well for just to make them more exciting, because not everyone has an exciting life, I guess.
Good evening, Julie, and hope you get better.
Good evening. No, I completely understand, Julie. I suffer with migraines really bad as well, so I completely understand where you're coming from. Get yourself off to bed, and I hope you feel better really, really soon, because migraines are horrible, horrible things.
But yes, it's like with any film, really, any true crime film or any true events film, the directors always dramatise it.
They do.
Like these real life paranormal films, they're always dramatized.
Oh yeah, Ouija boards are number one
Always
dramatized. Number one.
traumatised.
Also, Roger, I do tend to sleep sometimes. Steve thinks I'm a vampire, but no, I think the trouble with me is when I get myself focused on something, I will keep going and going and going. I get myself really like obsessed with things. So like I'll sit there and I'll, like when I was doing all the stories about haunted places, I'm a bit upset. I come like a bit obsessed with it, and I'll just be researching one after the other after the other. But it's not the fact that I just research it and I copy all the facts down. I go into every little detail as much as I can because yeah, a lot of the time there is more to the story than meets the eye.
I must admit, Fizz Wizard, we watched Mind Hunters, didn't we, a few years ago, and
We
we
did,
really
yeah.
enjoyed that as well.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah, I do like, just love anything like that, to be fair with you. Getting in the mind of someone that's done some heinous crimes. I just find it so fascinating. I think a lot of people find true crime fascinating though. Don't they?
I like the Jeffrey Dahmer one as well. That was good.
You know what I mean? There was a part of me that felt a bit sorry for him as well. I genuinely did. There was like this part of me that felt really sorry for him. And then like when he did what he did, it was like, oh my God, how could you do that? And then the circumstances, unfortunately, how he passed away was really sad. Like I felt that really sad. Like when he passed away, I felt like really sad.
I mean, you can't take away from what they did with their crimes, but when you sit back and pull back the layers, you can't help but feel sorry for some of these. I'm just going to call them SKs because I don't know if you're allowed to say the word.
We'll say the abbreviation.
With the way they were brought up, you know, they were neglected, bullied, and left out from society. Wasn't inclusive with, you know, didn't have any people skills. You can't help.
So that's where you've got. So that's where as a psychologist, you'd have to separate that. So that would have to be separated. Did they understand what they were doing? Do they still understand what they're doing now they're incarcerated? It's the mind works in so many different ways, you know, it really does. Like mental illnesses take over people's minds and it just changes people, you know. So everyone's different, which is good. Otherwise, if we're all the same, it would be really strange.
Exactly.
Yes, definitely. Fizz Wizard. And I think that's where it becomes really hard, especially for someone that's going on trial and they're pleading insanity. I think that's where it would become really difficult. No, I understand that, John Boy. No, I get it. But I just can't help feel sorry for some people. Can you pin Max up so I can see it a bit better?
Mag says, I love watching true crime stuff. The past 6 months or so, I've been listening to a lot of true crime podcasts when I'm out walking.
Yes, me too. I'm always listening to true crime podcasts. Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. I think it's so fascinating. It really is fascinating. David, definitely. That's what I was saying about when he passed away, how sad it was. Like, that's really sad. Really sad. It's as if he felt like he deserved it. Yes, John Boy, it was more true to the story. I have researched Jeffrey Dahmer, but I haven't gone into depth. I've watched more documentaries than I have done my own research on Jeffrey Dahmer. But another interesting man. So, guys, is there anything you want to ask us before we get into tonight's topic? I was just seeing if there was any more, if we're missing anybody or waiting for anybody. Yes, David. It's all fascinating. So, guys, I'm not sure what we're allowed to say and what we're not allowed to say. So if we abbreviate things, that's why it's being abbreviated. because I watch a lot of true crime documentaries on YouTube, and I watch a lot of podcasts as well, and they abbreviate a lot of things. So I guess you're not allowed to say it. It's against YouTube's guidelines, so some things will be abbreviated tonight, guys.
Yeah, I agree with what Dragon Ranger just said. The problem is the insanity plea is, I think, at times used by people that have no claim to be using it.
You don't really get a lot of insanity pleas in England, do we?
No, not so
really.
much in this country. Lau and Eric, is that the brothers?
The Mendes brothers.
Yeah. I think we started to watch that, didn't we? Or did we watch it?
I didn't do a deep dive on them. I know roughly about their crimes and stuff, but I didn't do a deep dive.
Yeah, Mystique. So
I don't know if it is Lau and Eric, is the Mendes brother. I'm trying to think.
Mystique said, have you heard of Mike Hensley? I don't think I have.
Not on the top of my head, but more than likely, because every time Steve goes to put a crime documentary on, I know about it. Every time. Even the newer ones that have, like, the new crime docs that come out, I know about
I never believe you, and then you would just come out of all these facts, and I'm like, how the hell
yeah, he sits there researching on his phone because he thinks I'm lying. And then he'll go, oh, not another one. I've just, like, watched so much. Yes, John Boy. I did a deep dive on Ronnie and Reggie as well. I absolutely loved watching the Krays and learning about the Krays as well. Especially they're twins and they've both got different disorders. I find it really fascinating.
Yeah, but I think both of them had.
Yeah, they did.
I think they both had.
There was different tendencies.
I think they both rubbed off of each other, and I think if they were never a pair together, I reckon they wouldn't have been as infamous as they was. I think one led the other one on, if you know what I mean.
Whoa, Mystique dated him.
I don't think I've ever heard of Mike.
I might have, because there's so many people that I've researched, but at the top of my head, it's only when you put it on that I'm going, I've seen this happened. Half the time, I think I dream things and it comes true.
Yeah, I'm the same, John Boy. I've watched all of the films of the Cray twins, but I'll probably say the best film was probably the one with the Kemp brothers.
Oh no, I thought I did. I'm not gonna lie, I did think that what's his name? Tom Hardy did a really good job.
No, I
really
preferred
good
the one
job.
with the Kemp brothers, if I'm being honest.
The old-fashioned one. No, I like Tom Hardy personally. There you go. There's a debate for you guys. Did you prefer the Kemp brothers doing the Cray twins or Tom Hardy doing it? I prefer Tom Hardy. Thank you, Mystique. See, I actually was going to do true crime, but there's so many people that do it, and they do it so much more better than me because they can get like Aphrodite's and stuff, whereas we can't just get it freely in this country. So I'll just leave it to other people. But I would have loved to have done true crime, but it's just, you've got to get every single detail so on point, and there's so many great people out there that do a really good job of explaining true crime. So I'm just going to leave it to them.
It'll be hard to do that, I think.
It's really hard because you've got to get all the facts. And then, obviously, for me, I would like to ask the family member if I can put it out, because I don't want a family member reliving something if they don't need to, do you know? So I would have to like go around asking everyone. Yes, Helen, we know.
Good evening, Debs.
Good evening. How are you? Hope you're well this evening. It's freezing where we are. Like a windstorm coming. Yes, I preferred Legend with Tom Hardy. I must admit, he's just such a good actor anyway. He really is a good actor. He's actually a really nice person in real life.
He's played gangsters. I mean, he's been in Batman. He's very versatile.
And he's really friendly in real life as well.
But then again, I think that Charlie Hannon He's very, very good.
I will get onto that soon.
Very good actor.
He is so talented, Charlie Hannon. So talented. And when I first learned that he was going to be playing Ed Gein, I was like, how? I can't see how he would play Ed Gein. Because obviously I watched Sons of Anarchy, and in Sons of Anarchy, he was just really good. He was like, played the part really well. He looked like a biker. But then I'm going back to when he was Petey in Green Street. So again, he played Green Street really, really well. So such a good diversity actor. He's amazing. But yeah, I couldn't see him playing Ed Gein. And then when I saw him in Ed Gein, when I saw him in the series, I was like, wow, you are one talented actor. I know a fact about Charlie Hannon as well, actually. After he played Ed Gein, he actually went to Ed Gein's grave.
Did he go with his wife or his girlfriend?
And he spoke to him for a bit. But yeah, that's a fact, you know, about Charlie Hannon, who played Ed Gein, who did an absolutely fantastic job. Such a talented actor.
I mean, it must have take a mental toll on him playing an actor like that, because you've got to get in that mind frame, haven't you? Surely it's got to, you know.
I think we're missing people. Go for a bit more. Try and miss anyone. I don't think we missed anybody. I think they're all chatting amongst themselves. Yeah. I just don't like missing anybody. I don't know about that, Helen. I didn't. I haven't looked into. I know where he is, obviously buried and stuff, but I haven't looked in because obviously we're not from America, so it's not like I could just go down there. I know where a few gangsters are that come from London. I know where they're buried. We haven't managed to go down there.
But it's not.
We were going to do our own little documentary on gangsters in London, but we never got round to doing it because it's just the weather's down here isn't very good, is it?
No, it isn't. I don't think we're missing anyone.
I mean, if they have destroyed Ed Gein's burial site, I just think that's really out of order. Like, let him rest.
I know in the actual series they did at the end, didn't they?
Yeah, but just let him rest.
But is that something else that has been made up?
Just, let him rest. You don't need to do all that.
Oh, John Boy said Ed Gein has a headstone, but his body isn't in there.
It's next to his mother's. Yeah, David, exactly. Just leave resting places alone. There's no need for it. No need for it at all. I know the curse of Pruitt. I can't remember what his first name was now. I did a whole curse thing on it. Is it John Pruitt?
Oh, I think I know what one you're on about.
What is his name? I know he's buried somewhere secret because every time someone went to visit his grave, something happened to them. That was really interesting. I love doing cursed objects and cursed things. That was really, really, really interesting.
I think it might have been David.
I think it's David Pruitt or John Pruitt. I can't remember. But that was really interesting. Really interesting. Again, that went back a long time ago. It is really disrespectful, Helen. I don't know why people decide to do it. I just don't get it. What, Pruitt's grave, David? Research it or go back to one of my Haunted with Dollie videos, and I think it's under the cursed items. Really, really interesting. I'd never heard of it until I started researching it. But yeah, really, really interesting.
I think that was the first time I heard of it actually. It was very interesting.
Mm.
And then I started finding myself researching about it.
It's like the stories that I used to tell as well. I'd never heard of all these places. And then when I started researching them, hearing the stories, the really weird thing is when I sat there and actually analysed every story that I had told and every story I'd researched, they're all the same. They all had familiarities. All of them had familiarities. It was so strange. They all had the same sort of haunting, and they were all from the same era. And I find that really, really interesting because I go on facts. I always go on facts. That's why I just always done it like that. Right, guys. Right, everybody. Are you all comfortable? Are you all sitting there with your teas, with your coffees? Because this one is going to be a good one. I'm just going to get comfy, Steve, for this one.
I'm just really hot.
It is hot. It's because we've got these on. They're really warm and comfy. Yeah, Roger's ready to go. Roger's ready to go. I've got my facts. I'm going to go. We're going to go and get this done. It's exciting. Oh, Mags. We'll wait for you, Mags. Mags is going to get a drink.
I think she had enough of drinking when she was on holiday.
Yeah. I think you did too as well,
I did, yeah. When I had a lot of pina coladas.
You did. There were slushy
a lot of sangrias.
There were slushy ones, weren't they?
They were nice. Very nice.
Yes, John Boy. Green Mile was sad.
Oh, I really enjoyed that film.
That was
Green
so
Mile
sad.
was good.
Such a sad film. I think I just cried a lot.
Was that where that really big tall guy kind of takes the
yeah.
illness away from that person.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Right, so guys, let's go. Right, we've got everyone back in who needs to be in.
Yeah, I'm sure people are dropping in and out.
Yeah, we've got everyone back in. Right. So this is, I'm going to separate the truth between the fiction of Edward Theodore Gein, because there's just so much that I didn't know about, and I find it really interesting that you guys might find interesting as well. Oh, John still is washing up. I hope you got your marigolds on, John, because you don't want to get your hands all wrinkly. Right, so Edward Theodore Gein, he was born on the 27th of August, 1906. Right, I don't know how to pronounce this properly because I'm not from America, but I'm going to say LA Cross, Wisconsin. I guess that's how you say it. Now, he did have an older brother called Henry, and his mother was Augustus Wilhelmine Gein. Again, I hope I've pronounced that right. And he had a father called George Philip Gein. Now, his mum and dad, they owned a grocery store just for a little bit of time, but then they decided to sell the grocery store and move to Plainfield, where they bought a really big farmhouse and some land. Now, unfortunately, George, which is obviously Ed Gein's dad, he did pass away. He passed away from heart failure, but he also was a heavy drinker as well. So I've got my facts here, guys, because I like to go on facts, not fiction. So, so this part of the series, it was true, this part. So Augustus, which was Ed and Henry's mother, she did raise them very, very, very strict. Now, she raised them really strict. She was very, very religious. So when she moved to Plainfield, she become very, very religious and kind of like a bit obsessed with religion. And she believed that the whole world was corrupt. So she would tell Henry and she would tell Ed this all the time. And she would also tell them that women were immoral and that they were sinful, except from her. She wasn't. So Ed and Henry, they did attend like a school. She did let them go to school. But most of the time, she used to stop them from playing with other children. So they would mostly play in the farm at their home, which was kind of like isolating, because as children, they need to play with other peers. They need to make friends. So she did kind of like isolate them quite a bit. So basically, the farm became kind of like a prison to them. Now, obviously, Ed and Henry, as they got older, she wouldn't let them date women. Again, she would just keep relaying women are sinful. Apart from herself. She would say women are sinful apart from herself. Got some facts coming up in a minute. This is really cool. Now, got a fact for you guys. So Augustus, which is obviously Ed's mum, now before she had the boys, she would sit and she would pray, and she would pray for a daughter. This is before the boys were born. But obviously, she didn't get a daughter because she got 2 sons. So that is a fact. She used to pray for a daughter before she had Ed and Henry, which I found really interesting, because she's telling the boys that women are sinful and, you know, you're not to date women, not to talk to women. But yet she wanted a daughter and she never got one. How interesting is that? So yeah, did you guys know that Augustus, he's out of Chocolate Factory. Is it Augusta? Am I saying it right?
Augusta.
I hope I'm saying it right. Yeah, she used to pray for a daughter. So did you guys know that? I'll just let everyone catch up with the chat.
See, I'm wondering if his mum would have relayed that to him, like, oh, I wish I had a daughter, then maybe that may have impacted him in some way.
Yeah, we'll never know, because obviously we don't know what happened behind closed doors. Yes, John Boy, you'll never know. We'll never know, will we? Something we'll never know now. But yes, Roger, she prayed for a girl but got 2 boys. No, we completely understand, Mystique. Completely understand. But take care and good night. But no, we completely understand. That's absolutely fine. I'll just wait for Mystique to go before we say any more. Good night, Mystique. Enjoy the rest of your evening. So in 1944, Ed's brother, unfortunately, he passed away. Now, he passed away through a marsh fire. And he was found, obviously, in the fields. He had passed away. And so initially they thought, oh, okay, because of the fire, it brought too much stress on him. And they initially thought he had passed away through heart failure because of the stress. But later on, they found bruising on his head. So they were like, okay, what's going on here? But it was ruled as an accident. So again, unfortunately, that's all I can tell you about that, because that's all that that I could research on that. So that part of it was true, wasn't it? That part of it was true, because that's what happened in the series.
Yeah, but
you saw something different. Yeah, but what I'm saying is they kind of kept that.
They kept it somewhat truthful. But then again, we'd never know, because the actual fact isn't online, is it?
No, it just says that there was bruising found, but it was still ruled as an accident. So could he have fell and hurt his head?
Well, if he was a farmer, he used to do farm work, didn't he? So you have lots of accidents. You're picking up machinery, bales of hay back in them days where they wouldn't have had the machinery.
No,
so he could have got those bruises from doing manual labour.
Exactly. So we're now up to 1945, and unfortunately, Augusta she does pass away from a stroke on December the 29th. Now, obviously, you can imagine, guys, this devastated Ed. I mean, devastated Ed. Because obviously, he used to look after his mum after the first stroke that she suffered. So he was like her caregiver, and he was there looking after her. And that's probably all he ever knew. The only woman he ever probably spoke to was his mother. So that devastated Ed. So you can only imagine what Ed was going through.
Because I know his mum did have a first stroke in 1943, which
And then he
left
looked
her
after.
partially paralysed, which he did actually look after quite a
He
lot,
did.
become a sole carer.
Yes, John Boy, exactly. But you've got to remember, we're going back to the 40s, and mental health wasn't very well known back then. I don't think they had as much available to them as what we do now. And this is what I'm saying about why I felt sorry for him. But I'll say why I felt sorry for him at the end. But this is what I'm saying, why I felt sorry for him, because what you got to think of is somebody with mental health that isn't getting sorted. You've got to think how they're struggling from day to day in their normal life. And then it doesn't help that his mum was always isolating him and telling him he couldn't play with other children, and then telling him he can't go near women and stuff like that. So that's obviously going to play a part as well. So you can only imagine how hard it was for Ed actually growing up. I did do a bit of research, and I did find out that Ed, apparently, this is the research I did find, he was bullied by other children because he had a slight speech impediment. How true that is, I don't know, but that is what I managed to find online. Fifth Wizard, I will get onto his diagnosis soon, but yes. So obviously, after Ed attended his mother's funeral, he would preserve his mother's room. Now, when I say preserve his mother's room, it would stay as Augusta left it. It would stay literally as she left it. It was never touched. Everything was left the same. Nothing was ever touched. The only thing Ed did, he boarded his mother's room up so nobody could go in it. He wouldn't like anybody to go in it. It was all boarded up. And that, according to the police reports, was the only room in the house that stayed really clean. Because after his mother passed away, he literally would just live in squalor. He would live in filth. He wasn't clean, but yet his mother's room was. He would not make it untidy. It was literally a shrine. You're right, John. It was a shrine, literally, to his mother. Hello, Julie. Good evening. Welcome in.
Good evening.
It was literally a shrine, and it was just left. But he left the rest of the house to decay. He just didn't care. But his mother's room, it stayed perfect, according to the reports I read online. So is this fact or fiction, guys? So if you've seen the series, you'll see that Ed Gein actually left his mother's corpse. Can you say that?
I guess so.
In her room. So that's fiction, guys. Ed Gein did not have his mother rotting in her room. That was all fiction. She was not in there. Her room was just stayed empty. Nobody was in there. So that was all fiction, guys. That was not true. Although what was true, according to the reports that I found, was he did used to talk to his mother's spirit regularly. He would talk to his mother as if she was still in the house. So that bit was true. But he would talk to her like she was still living there. But again, that comes down to a mental health condition that I will touch upon a bit later. So, guys, this is going to be a controversial bit. So, Ed Gein had a girlfriend called Adelaide. Adelaide or Adeline? There was two different names online for some reason. Good evening, Kaylee, and welcome in. Hello. So, as you saw in the series, Ed Gein had a girlfriend called Adelaide, which was really strange as well. That was really strange, I thought. Turns out, guys, that was all fictional. There is no reports of Ed Gein ever having a girlfriend called Adelaide. In fact, there is no reports ever of Ed actually having a girlfriend or a partner. So that was fictional, guys. In fact, while he was at the hospital, when he was serving his sentence at the hospital, he did turn around and tell a psychiatrist, and this is the words of Ed Gein, as what I got online, apparently, that women are trouble and they're not to be trusted. So, yeah, he never had a girlfriend called Adelaide. So another, we've got a fact or fiction, guys, coming up. Let me know. Was Ed Gein a serial K? Let me know your answers now. Was Ed Gein a serial K? Do you think he was?
Well, I did, but
No, brilliant. Unknown. Right, the answer's about to be revealed. No, he wasn't. He wasn't. That was all fictional, so he wasn't. No. It was just fiction. That he's not that. He only ever unalived 2 women. The rest he dug up, so he cannot be called that. And as we know, it is Mary Hogan. She was his first victim in 1954, aged 51 years old. And then his second victim was Bernice Walden, 1957, 58 years old. Apparently that was because she reminded him of his mum, but again, this is only what I can find out online. So no, he wasn't. Yeah, that's still, I'm going on facts, John Boy, but I couldn't find anything on that. That was just what was speculated, but not confirmed exactly, John Boy. That's not confirmed at all. That was ruled actually as an accident on his report. So after Ed Gein was arrested, as you can imagine, all the locals, they were shocked. Now they were in shock. They were like, what? This guy's just been arrested for these awful crimes. They were just shocked. They would say how nice he was. They would say he was a bit odd sometimes, but he was harmless. Locals would turn around and say he was skilled. He was actually a skilled worker. And they'd call him the handyman, the local handyman. He would go around repairing people's roofs for them, fixing their engines, doing a bit of wood chopping for them. And he was actually really well liked in the local community. He would say you'd often see him on his own, but apart from that, he was a really nice guy. Locals even went as far as saying that they even trusted him with their children, and that they would used to let Ed Gein babysit their children. And reports would say that the children would turn around and say that Ed would actually read them spooky stories and let them ride around in his truck. So the locals were actually shocked. They didn't believe this, which I find really fascinating, because he kept his life so private because he was so isolated. You know, he was so isolated that he kept all of his life so private. And this goes on as well, guys, to when he was incarcerated at the mental health facility. This even goes on with the nurses. So reports would suggest that nurses in the hospital would turn around and say that he was very polite, and he was also helpful. He would help mop the floors in the wards. And nurses would turn around and say, if we didn't know who Ed Gein was, we would just think he was an old farmer, because he was that kind and that polite to people, that when he went to the hospital, was just like a different person inside. He didn't do anything in there. He was very polite. He was very kind. Again, like I said, he used to help people out. He used to help tidy. So while Ed Gein was, in the hospital, does anyone know what he used to like doing while he was in the hospital? What he would do to pass time?
Fizz Wizard says, how many I needed to count as, I guess, at SK?
3. I think it's more than. What do you mean?
How many people would you need to run alive to become at SK?
I think it's 3 or more. It depends what state I guess you're in. It depends what. I think it's more than 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3. There you go.
So he could potentially be one then if he did.
If his brother, if he did. But again, I go on facts. I'm not going to speculate anything because I wasn't there, you wasn't there, nobody was there, nobody knows. You can only go on evidence. And if the report says it was an accident, then we have to take it as an accident. No one's here. Ed Gein, unfortunately, isn't here to tell his side of the story now. No one is from that family.
Oh, interesting. David said, my cousin had a nice chat with a prisoner once after how she felt talking to Rose West.
How interesting. How interesting. You got to think to yourself, they're just like, they're humans. They're not human. They are human. So they're going to still be the same as us. You know what I mean?
Just wired differently.
It's wired differently, yeah. So while Ed Gein was staying in the hospital, we'll say hospital, he used to love jigsaws and he used to love colouring books as well. That would do to pass time. And obviously when TV was invented and it started coming around, he would watch Western shows. And he used to like reading about true crime as well. Isn't that fascinating? Isn't that fascinating?
Hi, Big Max. Hope you're well.
Hello. Oh, don't worry. Hope you drive home safe.
Did you manage to find out online? I don't know if you did. Do you know in this series he was infatuated with that German lady?
Yeah, I can't say too much on here, but yes, that was true.
That was true.
No, he used to read magazines.
He used to read magazines.
Yeah, that bit was true. So obviously when Ed Gein was in the hospital, he obviously did get his diagnosis that obviously he should have got years ago, but being isolated, he wouldn't have got it. Plus, we're going back a very long time when these mental illnesses wasn't very well known. You've got to remember, we're going back to the 40s. So his diagnosis was schizophrenia and dissociative obsessive tendencies. So that was his diagnosis when he got to the hospital, which makes sense. It does make sense. If he's talking to his mum's spirit, that does make sense. The hallucinations that he used to experience. So that kind of puts a lot of things in perspective. And I guess as well, you've got to remember, he didn't have any episodes while he was at the facility. He was good. He was like a model inmate, really. So he was getting the help he needed. If only he had got the help earlier.
But then again, he probably didn't get the help because back in the 40s, 50s and 60s, mental health, like I said, wasn't known. And people with disabilities was frowned upon. Mm-hmm. People with disabilities would unfortunately be sent away and shipped off. So maybe his mum, kept him segregated from people to prevent that from happening because she, they had a close bond, didn't they?
Thank you, Big Max. We thought we'd go matching tonight, and they're really comfy, to be fair. They're really cosy as well, so they're keeping us nice and warm in this horrible cold weather that we're experiencing at the moment. So thank you. So I've got a fact for you guys. You're going to love this one. I hope you haven't heard of this one, because it took me ages to try and get these facts out. Hayley, I am going to come to that. I'm nearly at the end, so I am going to come to this this discussion just in a little bit. So just hang tight, but we are going to talk about this in a minute. So here's a fact for you. Every Christmas, this makes me sad as well. This makes me sad. Shouldn't do, but it does. So every Christmas, Ed Gein would ask for his mother's Bible. It was old, it was worn out, but he would ask for it every single Christmas. So the nurses would give him his mother's Bible, and he would sit quietly in his room and he would read for hours. He would read for hours, this Bible. And he did this up until the day he passed away. He did. So he asked for his mother's Bible every Christmas, and he did so up until the day that he passed away. And he used to say to the nurses, "This makes me feel a lot closer to Mother." Now, when Ed Gein peacefully passed away in Mondota State Hospital in 1984, he was age 77. When he did finally pass away, nurses stated that he never expressed any remorse for his crimes, yet still believing that he didn't do anything wrong. And he also used to say, "Mother would understand." So again, it just, I don't know, it upsets me. I don't know why it upsets me. I know what you've done is wrong, but it upsets me. Good evening, the Ghost Squad. How are you? We will catch up with your video after our live, guys.
Good evening.
Good evening. We're all on the same time. I don't know what's going on. Everyone seems to be coming on the same time as us. I don't know what's going on. But we will catch up, guys. So I find that really sad, guys. I just find it really sad. I do. I can't help it. Apparently, his final words were polite and calm. Again, he showed the politeness, he showed the calmness all throughout being incarcerated. And Ed Gein was finally laid to rest next to his mother. Sad. I just find it sad today. I really do. I can't help it. But it goes back to what Katie just said, which is what I'm going to get onto, guys. I don't know about you guys, but please do share it. Put it all in the comments, please, because I love hearing about everybody. Did anybody else feel sorry for Ed Gein? Did you feel sorry for Ed Gein?
I mean, you can't take away the crimes that he did, but you can't help but feel sorry for him, because if he's got them serious health conditions, it's obviously impacting his brain. He's obviously not wired correctly. So maybe that's impacting.
No, but did you? No, this is not the fact, Steve. I just want to know if you felt sorry for the fella.
I did, yeah.
I did. I really did. I did. I felt so sorry for him, and I really did. I just felt like I needed to hug him. I don't know why. I do know why, actually, because we see it was a sad story. It was sad.
Helen feels sorry for him.
Yes, David, exactly. Oh, thank you, Helen. It took me ages to do. Just that bit of research took me ages, because obviously everyone's seen it. I wasn't going to sit there and go over the whole series with everybody. I just wanted to go over the facts with everybody and make everybody aware that there was more to the story. She did, exactly, David. She did. I just feel so sorry for him. He's grown up being isolated. He obviously had disabilities that wasn't no one was aware of, and he weren't a bad guy, because he used to help people in the village, in the town, in Plainfield. He used to help people.
He just didn't have that chemical balance that needed him, because that's what we're.
Well, when he unalived one of the women, in one of the reports, it said because it reminded him of Mother, which I found really strange, because he was a protector of his mother. Exactly, David, exactly. And also being diagnosed with schizophrenia, he was hearing voices, he was having hallucinations. No excuse for his crimes whatsoever. I mean, they were horrible. They were really bad. I mean, they were really bad. But at the same time, when you can't control your own mind and you're living every day, you're thinking your mother's still there. You're listening to was he listening to his mother going over and over again?
See, that's what I said earlier on, what Julie just said. It could all come back to the childhood and how they've been raised.
Yeah, exactly.
With the parents being very strict, religion was quite big back then. it was forced upon people or like families.
I mean, there's no excuse for what he did. That was
There's no excuse
really
for crime,
that was
but you
that was
can't help
awful.
but feel sorry for the guy.
That was just awful. But at the same time, when you're suffering from a severe mental illness, and like I've just said with the what I found out online about, he still didn't believe what he done was wrong. That's terrible for him, because that's like still going to torment. Like, I think it was David that said it. He could have been tormented every single day, you know, by his upbringing. Exactly, David. I guess we're just never going to know, are we? We are never going to know, unfortunately, and that's the annoying part, I think. No, Kaylee, because when I researched it, I did some research, and there were things that I was researching that kind of indicated that there was something wrong earlier on. But again, you know, that could have triggered something, because obviously that was a big event in his life. So it could have triggered something, yeah. Oh, good night, Helen. Good night, Steve.
Good night.
I hope you have enjoy the rest of your evening, and I hope you have a wonderful week. But good night, Helen. Good night, Steve. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
What did Dragon Ranger say? I can't feel sorry for him. Yes, I feel sorry for the fact that he had mental instability. But I can't feel sorry for him as a person, especially with not feeling any remorse after that many years.
I think we're just all different, aren't we?
Oh, Aileen.
Yeah, I did. I'm not gonna lie. When I watched her documentary, I actually did feel sorry for her. And she did do some horrible things, Elaine.
Elaine, isn't it?
And I say Elaine. It's American, so it depends how the Americans say it. But I say Elaine.
I don't know too much about it, but I know she used to go with trap
She did.
She? Yeah.
Yeah, she did. I think she did have. She had something wrong as well, but even up to, she got the death penalty. Actually, she did. Yeah. That's an interesting case as well. Yeah, I did Fizz Wizard. I mean, that was sad as well, that the whole, I guess people in Plainfield just wanted it all gone. Maybe they just wanted to forget what happened. Yeah, they wanted to forget what happened. It'd be really interesting actually to see what's there now. I didn't go that far into it. That's normally something I just do in my spare time. But I didn't go into that. I'm wondering what's there now. If something's been built on the land, or the land is now a road. It could be a road now, for all we know.
Could be just a field, like you said. Nothing in there.
Excuse me.
So did he actually dress up in his mum's clothes, or was that all fiction?
No, but the skin suit that he made, he did make it in his mother's size. And it was, he made it. He told the police investigator that he made the suit because he felt closer to mother. So everything he did, it was like mother did. It was even when his mother had passed away, he was still trying to make his mother proud of him, which again is sad. It's really sad. Is that Ghost Squad that just said that? Yeah, Ghost Squad. I did highlight that most of it was fictional to make up a story, just to make the series obviously glamorized more. I did find out a lot of facts about it as well, but yeah, no, a lot of that was again, like I said, and I've said it the whole way through this live, we're never actually going to know, and we're never going to know because none of us were there. I only went on what I could find with the police reports, and obviously online, what else I could find, because we're never ever going to know. None of us were living in his house with him, but I only went on the facts that I could find. I went from fact to fictional, what I could actually find. But I found it interesting that he never, because there was a lot of speculation going around about Adelaide. So when I was online, I saw some speculation that Adelaide was just a fictional, imaginary friend, imaginary girlfriend. So it was just I'm trying to think what they call it. Oh, what do they call it? Fictional of his imagination. She was just part of his imagination. That's what a lot of people were saying. That's what they were speculating. But when I actually went into it and did a deep dive, he didn't even have a girlfriend.
This is a weird one. Do you, with him having all his mental health illnesses, do you agree with the big platforms like Netflix titling it Monster, even though he has a mental health condition?
No, but again, I see why they do it, because I see why people do clickbait for titles. I see why they do it, because I think that's what he was called after for doing it.
Mhm.
Dragon Raider, if that's true, that's awful. That is awful. Just like, I think it was David earlier on said, just let him rest. Like, literally let him rest. That is just awful. Like, I would love to go. I would have loved to have gone to his farmhouse, you know. But there's just too much there. I could see why it would upset the locals. I could see why it would upset the locals because of what happened there. It's literally like the House of Horrors, isn't it?
Mm.
But that is just awful. I don't believe in spirit boxes either. I do not believe in spirit boxes. One. I have an SP7's box, which I do use, and I use it for experimental purposes. But I don't believe in those radio things. They're just a load of rubbish. Because I'm sorry, but I've watched other people and I hear them, and you can clearly hear that's a radio, and they're like, "Oh God, it's a demon."
Oh, you mean like
oh my God, it said hello. No, it didn't. You can clearly see that's radio 2 or something.
You mean like an ITC thing?
Yeah, I just don't believe in them at all. I just think that, because I'm not being funny, but if a spirit can talk, if a spirit's going to talk, they can talk through your camera, they can talk through my DJI mic, they're not going to speak for a radio frequency. Although I do use the SP7 spirit box, I don't get any communication with it. So I would rather believe that than a radio that people are just moving up and down, because you can hear the radio. At least with my SP7, you can't hear the radio. I've took the antenna out.
Well, you still can statistically
you could get
radio,
it, but if you can, I'll be like, that's radio. But it's just really annoying when you hear people and you can blatantly hear that is not a voice from a spirit. It's the dog. He's having a dream. Yeah, exactly. Big Max, exactly. I just think it's tragic. The whole thing was tragic.
See, I've got my own theories on that app, John.
Yes, Kaylee. I must admit there are a few people when we do the spirit box. So I do the SP7 spirit box. And I only do it for experimental purposes, because I believe that if there is a spirit out there and they want to make communication with you, they're going to make communication whether you've got a camera. I'm sorry, but if your camera's not picking up the voice, which we all know cameras have audio on, but yet the spirit boxes, which we all know is a radio, and we all, I don't know if you've ever watched anybody and they're putting these words up and you think, well, you're going to hear that now because that's what you've said.
Well, if you're going to show someone it on the screen, your brain's
you're going to hear it. You're 100% going to hear it. I don't do apps. I don't do any of that. This is why I'm unique. I do my own experiments that physically defy the logics of science. A ball physically has to be touched for it to be moved. Yes, we counteract the wind. Yes, there is gravity at play, but physically it has to be pushed or kicked for it to fly across the room. So that's why I do that. No, John Boy, I don't believe in all that either. I don't even waste my time downloading it or buying it, if I'm honest with you. It's a waste.
Don't get me wrong, at the beginning of our journey.
Oh, I did at the beginning.
When we watched other people naively, we spent thousands on equipment, didn't we? And it just all went in the bin.
Exactly, John. Real evidence is in your ears and your eyes, and that's the only way you're gonna get it. Although, while we're on this topic, guys, you're gonna have to watch out for our latest investigation, because I put Steve on the spot experiment. You know, guys, I do like to bring you the shock factor, and I did on this one. So I said to Steve, "Do you want to quickly try experiment?" He was like, "Okay then." So I thought of it on the spot, and I got Steve to do it. I must admit, guys, this is the first time I've ever known Steve to quit. He quit the experiment. He couldn't do it anymore. He just couldn't do it anymore. So I'm going to leave you with this one. Had Steve gone from skeptic to believer? But we'll leave it there. We're not going to say anything else because, yeah, it is a good one. I think all of our new ones are good ones now.
I think we're
Because I'm trying to be different from everybody else. That's
because
why.
there's so many different teams out there.
Mm.
We don't want it to be repetitive, like, oh, we go to the same locations as everyone else. Like
the hissing house. We could have gone there ages ago.
I had the hissing house. I've had it for about 6 months, the hissing house, but I didn't want to go there because
everyone else has gone there.
Then
you get that perceptive of, oh, you're going to hear noises. If I'm going to go there, I'm going to try and debunk rather than doing paranormal investigation.
Because with the hissing house, I had my own theory of where the noises are coming from.
I do. I just need to go there to get the ground to see if it's right. Yeah. But we won't say any more on that because that's a different experiment that we're going to try.
Good evening, Tiffany.
Good evening, Tiffany. How are you? I hope you're well. I think we're missing people. We just quickly go up.
Got carried away.
We always get carried. I always get carried away. I speak 1,000 miles an hour. I don't think Americans can understand me very well because when I went to America, I had to keep repeating what I wanted from McDonald's because they couldn't understand me.
Kaylee said our team uses gadgets for experimental purposes and to fill the gaps when it's quiet, but I don't have hardly any faith in them, to be honest.
No, that's. Do you know what? Right, I don't care whether people use. They can use anything, right? The only rule I have is just be honest. Just be honest. I don't care what people use. Everyone uses different things, which is great. That's what makes everyone unique. Just don't fake your evidence. Just be honest. And then you'll be the best paranormal investigator out there. If you're honest and you don't fake anything, then you're the best paranormal investigator out there, in my opinion anyway.
Julie said, I use a voice recorder, camera, 2 phones. I admit when that Spirit app came out, I tried it once before.
We have tried that app as well, but it was getting a bit repetitive, wasn't it?
What got me with that app is you only had a certain amount of limitations before you had to pay.
Well, we got rid of it really quick because we used it, and then we got rid of it really quickly. Only because I wanted to do my own experiments. And also as well, you can't have any other equipment on with it because it interacts. So you can be really careful. Exactly, David. That's what I said. Like, use what you got to use. Just don't ever fake your evidence. That's all you got to do. And just be mindful that certain equipment that you buy can be manipulated, and it can be manipulated very easily by using other devices. That's just another thing you got. But other people love watching people use apps. Like, people do generally like all that. But for me, I would personally state it's for entertainment purposes only, not to prove the paranormal.
It's like when you use one of those apps and an EMF recorder, which I don't really like the EMF recorder. If an app, just before an app's about to chuck out a word, the EMF will spike up, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Even in aeroplane mode, because I've tested it. Same with yourself.
Good evening, Susan. How are you?
Hope you're well.
Yep, hope you're well. Welcome in. But yeah, I just like doing my own investigations, to be fair. And I like just throwing you on the spot. It's funny. And I think as well, like, always going with an open mind. Always go in with, just because someone has passed away in a property does not mean that they are still there in spirit. Like, it doesn't mean that at all. You've just got to be always open-minded and mindful about things. We try not to jump on that, which we're so different. Like, we try not to jump on trends or hypes. It's like with 30 East Drive, we still haven't been. Steve tried to go when we first started our journey. Went to Shrewsbury Prison. And that was really good. But yeah, with 30 East Drive, Steve tried to go at the beginning of our journey. I just won't go. I won't go to 30 East Drive. It's overdone. It's overhyped. I just won't go. Same with Ancient Ram Inn. I'm not interested in that place either. It's overhyped. It's overdone. I have my own theories on them 2 places, and
one of them isn't even got the stories that it even.
No, I just have like my own theories on them. So
I don't think I'll go to either of them.
No, I'm just not interested.
There are a few paid locations that we do want to go to, which we are going to save up and go to.
And they're really different as well. Really different. Different to what everyone else is going to. Hello, Rachel Adventures. How are you?
Good evening.
Welcome in. But yeah, I think it's good that everyone investigates different.
It's not the same then, is it?
No. I think people just like watching us because we row a lot.
I used to cut a lot of that out, but now I just leave everything in.
Yeah. Raw footage then.
Just leave it all in there. What you see is what you get.
Oh God, with me it is, yeah. I don't really care. I just find people that do you know what it is? My brain goes quicker than my mouth. So I just say things. It's all right, guys. We're not being silent. We're just reading. John Boy's wrote me an essay.
Click it out. John Boy said, if a team wants to walk around somewhere with all these apps and gadgets, and they enjoy it, and people watch, fair enough. It's up to them. The internet is full of absolute garbage. I mean, for me, if these paid locations were cheaper, I would love to do one all the time.
I would prefer
it's got the history. It's got the, even if the history, it's got history. You're not just going into, you can do what you got to do. You can set up. You've got no fear of the lights being on. Got no fear of anyone walking in aggressively. You could feel more calm and relaxed.
Yeah, I think that's what I was about to say. I think when you've got a paid location, you're more relaxed. I mean, I don't really get nervous. I don't think I've got it in me ever. Whereas you were like always on edge. You always say that there's not just you to look after, there's me as well.
Every 5 minutes before, about a mile down the road, I always get a bellyache.
He actually does.
I start quivering just in case people come in and nick our equipment. You don't know who's going to be in the property. You could have squatters. You could have, it could be.
You don't know. The thing is,
you don't know what's in there, do you?
What worries me the most as well, it's like you don't know if there's a gas leak in there, if the property is structurally unsafe and stuff like that. So you just got to be really, really careful, like really, really careful. But yeah, no, like when the sat nav pins up that we're nearly there, Steve gets really, really, really nervous, like so nervous. He used to at the beginning of our journey. He couldn't talk. He couldn't talk. He used to just hold the camera. And we'd have to shoot about 10 or 20 intros because he couldn't do it. He just got so nervous he couldn't talk. And I was like, you just need to compose yourself. He was, I'm so nervous. Something don't feel right. Just don't feel right. But now you're a bit more, you get on with it now, don't you? I think we just have to get on with it. You have to get on with it because you don't know how long you've got in that property. What did Kaylee say?
We did an investigation last night. We were the first to investigate there. We like going to places that no one has done. That way we aren't influenced by other teams' evidence.
That's exactly like that. You so right. That's exactly like me. Where's Kaylee from? Is she from England?
I'm not too sure. Where are you from, Kaylee? Are you from England or you
American? John Boy just does my experiments. Thank you, John Boy. I'm glad somebody does. No, thank you, John Boy. I think John Boy was the first one to call me Queen of Experiments. That's why I got the top queen on it. Oh, Kaylee's from Wales. From UK.
Lovely places in Wales.
There's some really nice places. We haven't actually managed to go up to Wales yet because it would mean an overnight stay. We'd have to put our dog away in the kennels. But no, we've got some really good places in Wales that we can't wait to investigate. Yeah, John, you go to Wales a lot, don't you?
He goes to Anglesey, is it?
Yeah.
Lovely.
John investigates churches in Wales, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, there's so much more places. We've got so many places that are up Manchester way, Wales way. They're just so far up. They're nowhere near us. Nothing's
There's not
ever near
many
us.
where we are.
Nothing.
We're
We
travelling
always
2 or 3 hours.
2 or 3 hours, yeah, every time for an investigation.
And if we're
because there's nothing
travelling
here.
2 or 3 hours and that one's locked, then we're going half hour to an hour to another one that's locked. I mean, we've been out 7, 8, 9, 10 hours before.
The longest was 12 hours, and we ended up in a church that John gave us. Thankfully, John was on hand and he gave us a church. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had anything. He's the church man, yeah. John's our go-to guy for churches because he just knows everything about them and he's got every church going.
But it is annoying because I've got some really, really nice medieval sort of time capsule places. Manchester, Wales.
There's nothing this way.
We can't just up and go because we got the dog to put away.
It's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. Oh, lovely.
Julie, you go investigating on your own, do you? God, be really careful. Really careful. Especially if there's coyotes, bears, cougars, and badgers. Mind you, I've seen a few videos. I don't know if this is true or not, but I've seen a few videos. The bears, I've seen them go up to people and they've not done anything. So is that true? Or do you just need to stay away from bears completely? I'm not sure how friendly they actually are.
She goes by herself.
Oh, Julie. Wow. Gotta give it to her. She goes by herself. Just please take care, Julie, and stay safe, please. I think the Ghost Squad said they're going to a castle.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
And we're not invited. Oh, that's not good.
I can't even pronounce it.
What? No, I'm not. I don't speak Welsh. I don't speak Welsh.
I don't think it's in Welsh. Greich Castle.
Greich Castle. Wow. Enjoy Ghost Squad. Enjoy that investigation. That's going to be amazing, guys. That's going to be really good.
That's definitely on our list to do a castle.
Oh, yeah. So much history at a castle. And there's not much there with noise contamination either, is there? Apart from the wind, I guess. It's really windy at the moment where we are as well. That's another reason we can't go out. It was meant to go out last night, but we just couldn't with the wind. It was really windy.
John Boy says I'm going to go out on my own when I get my DJI camera.
John, please, please, please stay safe. John, we will meet. John's not too far from us, actually.
John Boy lives like Blackpool.
Yeah, he's not that far though, really. If we were to go half and half, he's not that far.
5 hours from where
we could meet at a paid location though.
Yeah.
But we are planning on meeting up with John Boy. But please stay safe. Anybody that goes out there on their own, please. It's not advised, and I wouldn't advise it at all. Not advise it at all, going out on your own. Please just stay safe, guys. Please.
Like that time I went out on my own, didn't I? And I got confronted just as I was leaving, thankfully. Shouting at me.
I can't believe you did that.
They were shouting at me and I just quickly walked to the car, just ignored them and just drove off.
I cannot believe that you did it on your own. Hats off to you though. But then if you're a skeptic, why would you be scared?
I'm not scared of the paranormal. I'm more scared of the living.
You are scared of the paranormal. So don't say you're not. Because if we watch a frightening film, you literally push me out the way and leg it up the stairs because you're terrified of turning off the lights. So don't say you're not frightened.
Oh, it's all these movies, isn't it?
Oh, Julie hasn't been found anywhere. I would love to go out investigating with you, Julie, but unfortunately, we live too far away. We live like a plane ride away. If you ever do visit London, please let us know and we will meet up with you, Julie. Honestly, we'll go for an investigation, won't we?
Yeah, definitely.
I love investigating with loads of different people because I love to see different. I'm one of these people where if I feel like I've got something to say, I'll say it. I'm one of these people that I'll say. If I'm investigating with someone, that's probably why people don't don't investigate with us because of me. If I'm investigating with someone, I feel like they're wrong, I will say I feel like they're wrong. And I think that's why there's certain teams that won't investigate with me because I will confront them. Not confront them.
I think it's good.
But I will clash with them. There is 2 certain teams out there that I believe I will clash with really big. It'll make great entertainment, but I won't collab with them because I've got such a big personality and so have them. So I can't collab with them because we've got such big personalities. But if I feel like they're wrong or I feel like it's not that, I will say it because at the end of the day, as an investigator, I pride my channel on honesty. So I will just say it.
Definitely. But in 2026, I would like to do more paid locations. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, definitely would like to do more. But I just feel like you can set up more cameras as well. I like to have loads of cameras, and I could have 3 or 4 experiments running at the same time. It's just extremely hard when you're in a place you don't know what's gonna. You can't just leave. I mean, we were really brave to leave it at Rosebery Asylum. We left our brand new DJI at the beginning,
and it's hard because there's only 2 of us. So
yeah, it's hard. If we can,
if we was a team of 4 or 5,
it'd be a
the
bit
cost
cheaper,
would be
yeah.
really cheaper. It'd be more manageable, but because it's just myself and you.
Yeah. It's really hard to collab as well. Like, we do have teams asking us to collab, but it's either on a time when we can't do it, or it's too far away, or it's, like I said, it's been really windy over the weekend. So going to somewhere where there's no windows or something would really contaminate our evidence, and it would be a waste of time for us. So it's really hard to like collab with people. It's not just a fact of getting in your car and collabing, is it?
No. Ghost Quad said, we've been invited by the event company to the castle, which we've been given access to areas that guests aren't allowed. So it should be a really good one.
Oh, definitely. We was allowed to investigate places, weren't we, where guests can't go. You get like a privilege of other places, so you're really going to enjoy that.
See, because I did look into those. I think it's haunted houses, I think they're called, but I don't like the fact that there's other people there. I would want to buy the whole venue, so it's less contamination.
Yeah, like with Shrewsbury Prison, we were so lucky that there was only like another 2. Everyone else was there for the overnight experience, and they all went to their jail cells, didn't they?
So we were lucky in that.
We were so lucky, really, really lucky.
But they do need to bring these prices down, some of these paid locations.
That'd be really good, actually, John Boy, if you go with Mike from Real Evidence. He's such a nice person in real life. Like, what you get is what you see with Mike, isn't it? Definitely. Practically everyone we've all met, to be fair, they've all been really nice on camera and off camera. They're just really nice, genuine people. But Mike, I really enjoyed going out with Mike and Adrian, because I felt like their investigation techniques were like kind of like the same as ours. So I really did enjoy it.
I probably would say Mike and Adrian, I liked going out with them.
I loved going out with Mike. I liked going out with everybody, but I really did enjoy Mike and Adrian. John Boy, see if we can all get a collab going with you, Mike, and us. That would be really good. If we can maybe get a paid location somewhere between 4 of us, that'd be really good.
I need to bite the bullet and get my camera. They are very expensive.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to touch mine. I'm not allowed to touch the DJI.
Well, put it this way. I remember when I very first got the DJI mics.
I dropped it.
This numpty put it on and dropped it on the floor.
Yeah. Wow. $500 to $1,200 for 48 hours. See, so down here, Julie, it was $1,200 to $1,400 for the prison.
And that castle that I went directly to, they wanted 250 quid an hour plus that.
Plus that, yeah. And that was a reduced rate
and obviously we've got to be at the location for 3, 4, 5 hours to get a true reflection. You're looking well over 1,500 quid, and it's just out of reach at the moment. Yeah, 100%, Kaylee. I agree with you on that one. 100% I agree with you on that one. The prices are ridiculous. They really are. That's why we don't do a lot of paid locations, because 1, we can't afford to, and 2, I'm not going to pay the prices for them, especially when like they're not even haunted. Like, and I get it. I'm not saying every place because it's haunted we have to get activity. No, I'm not getting that at all. I understand that. Like I said, we could go somewhere where other teams have been and they've got really good evidence and we get nothing. Like, I know spirits, ghost entities are not performing monkeys. They are not. So I completely understand. But I think some places are hyped way too much, personally, for my liking. And what I think you get one massive team go there and it just pushes the price up.
I've been to the Golden Fleece in Yorkshire. That's good. I didn't do an investigation there, but I did go there. That was the
what I think is as well, Kaylee, with their urban exploring is becoming so big now. We're finding we're getting interrupted quite a lot as well.
But we are meeting some really nice urbexes.
But we are meeting some nice urbexes and exchanging stuff. But it is getting very big at the moment.
Exactly, Ghost Squad. We all learn by our mistakes, and but again, as long as the people you go with, as long as they're not faking while you're there, then it doesn't matter. Because, like I said, if anyone was to fake evidence while I was there, I'd pull them up on it. Or if they mistakenly think, oh, that was a tap, when I can 100% prove that it wasn't, it was natural causes, then I will say something. But again, it's just who I am. But we all do it, don't we? We all do it when we're there and we're there for hours and we get nothing and we get that little tap. We're all like, is that a coincidence or is it? And then you've got to have, that's why it's really, really good that me and Steve are completely different. One's a believer, one's a skeptic. So Steve always got a logical mind. He's got a logical mind about everything.
But then again, you can kind of tell the difference between the fake teams and the non-fake teams, because we're still talking about the breath that we got 9 months ago when we was with real evidence. We're still talking about that. Whereas if it was a fake channel, it's completely different. This week they got this, next week they've completely forgot about that, and this week's the most haunted place they've been to. So you can kind of tell.
I think some teams are more for entertainment purposes than they are for.
Which I've got no problem with that, as long as you state that at the beginning of your video or in your description, then you're not misleading anyone. Because I feel the smaller channels deserve more recognition than what they actually get in. And the audience are watching thinking, oh, nothing's happening, I'm going to click off. Which is annoying. But that's the paranormal for you. Well, paranormal is so rare. Some people in their life will never ever experience paranormal. Ever. They'll never experience paranormal. Other people will experience it. So this is where it's so divided. It's so divided. Steve, someone just said they go out on their own and never experience. There we go. Put that up for me. I can't read that. I do nocturnal birds surveys in the wood on my own at night. Never had problems with people. Never had anything paranormal either. It just goes to show you. It just goes to show you. Yeah, woods don't like the woods because I don't know why. I always think I'm going to see like a panther or something, or a big something. I thought there was bears in England, but Steve said there isn't. So just got to trust him on that one. Kaylee said, I'm scared to lose equipment in abandoned places. We are a small team. Hang on, that just jumped. We're a small new team. We struggle to get locations without having to go with companies, and there's so many people you get noise contamination. Yeah, that's the thing, because there's only 2 of us. We like to go out of another group. There's only 2 as well. When you've got more, not only have you got noise contamination, but it's really hard to edit. It's really hard to edit because you've got to keep pointing the camera at everyone. And if, say, by the off chance you do get something that you feel is paranormal, you have really got to make sure that camera is on it. Otherwise, that's it. So that's another reason we like to not go in. We like John. We like to do. We like to light the place up. We don't really like. What's it called? Night vision. Night vision, because you don't capture it. If something does happen, you're not going to really capture it. When the light's on, you're going to capture it. And as you all know, guys, it's just a myth that spirits come out after dark. It can happen any time of the day. Any time of the day. Yeah, because the cameras that we've got, they cost the same as a night vision camera anyway. So, but we just prefer for the audience to see what we see. Yeah, I mean, as a viewer myself, I prefer. I like when I watch John. John is not night vision. He lights the place up, and you can really see the churches he goes to. And I like that. You see the definition of the walls. Yeah, exactly. You see the texture, and there's no trickery with us. There's no trickery because we are not night vision. I think with night vision, it's always like a bit blurry as well. Always seems to be what's it called? Grainy. That's it. Yeah. So don't get me wrong, it really sets the tone. It does. Really, but for someone that is collecting real paranormal evidence and for showing people that you don't always have to use a night vision camera to capture that, then it's not. I'd kind of be standing against what I stand for, if that makes sense. So the only way I'd get a night vision camera is if DJI brought out a camera with night vision, which I don't think they will. Night vision is dangerous. Well, you can't see what you're doing with it. You're in the complete dark. And if you can't see anything, how are you going to know what's happened until you get home and review it? Then that way, once you've reviewed it, you've already lost it because you're now at home and the spirit of communication that you would have had is now past. Yeah. And it would make it more believable if you caught something with your light on. Exactly, yeah. Because if it's night vision, it's at the back of, say, for example, it's at the back of a church It's going to be dark anyway, so you're not going to see.
And we know as well as you, we know when we was watching our Roresby footage back, and I did that experiment, and we watched hours upon hours of our static camera, we actually thought we saw a shadow go across the wall. I was convinced it was a really tall, dark shadow go across the wall. And we watched it and Steve slowed it right down. It was something it was a rat.
It was a rodent of some sort.
Yeah, but where it had appeared on the wall, it went really large. So it looked like it was, but first glance, second glance, third glance, you would have thought that was a shadow. It was like, oh my God, we caught a shadow man. But no, it wasn't. We had to really slow down. That's what I'm saying. We never jump to conclusions. We slow it all down in the editing. So when we do catch something, guys, you know that we can't debunk it.
And I like to keep all the footage anyway on separate hard drives and just. I totally agree with you, Steve. Our smaller channels get overlooked because of the lack of evidence we get.
Completely.
But we're just honest investigators, and we'll never change.
Yeah,
I agree.
Completely.
We only ever cited it. Well, it was this channel was for you, wasn't it? I was only ever meant to be the cameraman.
It was just to document what I do anyway. I've been doing it for like centuries. I've been doing it for so long, like so long, that I thought, oh, okay, I might as well just document it. So we just went out of a camera one day. We didn't even plan on going YouTube. We just documented things, and then Steve was like, I'm gonna try YouTube. So that's what we did. But yeah, no, this literally was just for my personal research, really. And to be fair, like I said, I'll say it again. This literally was to prove what I saw was real and to prove the paranormal. Because I've had my own paranormal experience, I just wanted to prove to everybody what I saw was paranormal. So that's why I started up the channel. But same as everybody else, I guess. But guys, I've got a really good topic for our next live. And it's a topic that I think was going to relate to a lot of people. But yeah. I'm not going to say what it is because all you guys are going to get excited in chat, and then we're going to keep chatting and chatting and chatting. And it's such a good one that I don't want to be like here all night talking about it, because we're going to people are going to go to bed and they're not going to be able to get in on the chat.
Because if you think about it, it's technically 11:30.
Oh yeah,
it is, because the clocks went back, didn't they?
Yeah, so it's getting late anyway.
I think David said he was going.
Oh, bye, David.
Good night, David. Thank you for coming in.
Take care. Thank you so much for being part of our conversation tonight.
And good night, John. Take care.
Is that Raven, John?
Yeah.
Yeah, good night, John. Take care. Thank you so much for being part of our investigation. No, not investigation. Part of our chat tonight. I'm so used to saying, do you know what? I'm so used to saying, thanks for joining us on our investigation. Don't forget to subscribe.
I wouldn't mind doing a live investigation. It's a signal.
Yeah. We could try.
We could give it a go. But I know you can buy like these little things that actually enhance your internet.
I could try it one day.
Give it a go.
Even like pay location, I think.
Yeah, they'd have to have Wi-Fi in that there, wouldn't they? So it would be a lot better to do it in a paid location.
Yeah. Roger's still here. I think people thought Roger was going home, going to bed.
Mag said, spit it out, tell us.
No, I can't. I can't tell you. So, in our chat, so you know, guys, I'm all about statistics. I love gathering evidence. You know what I'm like. Let's hear if you've all had some experiences. So, who's had a paranormal experience and you 100% believe it as paranormal, and you do believe in the paranormal because of your paranormal experience? Let us all know, guys. Let's have a look. Let's get some 17 of you watching. Let's see out of the 17 who have had some paranormal experiences. Thank you, John Boy. I got some really good experience. Experience. Get it out. I haven't even been drinking. I've got some really good experiments coming up. Good evening, Amanda. Welcome in. Hello.
Good evening.
Hope you're well.
And also, this Friday, everyone will get to see what we're going to be on Halloween.
Yeah, we'll upload it, guys. This is these outfits, you're not going to want to miss them. But yeah, this watch out. Probably Saturday we'll upload it. Steve will be too drunk.
Shadow hasn't had an experience.
So Roger has. John Boy has.
Shadow
hasn't, not yet.
You have.
I have. I've had them since I was little.
I'm 50-50. I don't know if mine was or wasn't. It could have been in my mind.
Yeah, I think the paranormal's kind of changed. You've changed your whole perspective of the paranormal now that you do it. Because the films kind of overtook your mind.
Kaylee has.
Julie has. Julie's had some experiences that she can't explain. Kaylee has. She saw an apparition of a lady. Mags has, and it freaked her out. I have. I've had quite a few. I have a local visitor visit me.
It is weird though how so many people have had experiences.
So it can't be in everyone's mind, can it? We can't all have the same mind if we're all seeing or experiencing things.
But then why isn't it the paranormal as frequent?
Because we don't know whether their world can cross to our world. We don't know that. Maybe some just go stray. Get what I mean?
John Boy, I've seen an old man dressed in 1930s clothing in the graveyard. He disappeared behind the wall.
Interesting. How interesting. 1930s. I find it very interesting that people, a lot of people that have had experiences it's as if their experiences are from the early 1900s. And some people have experiences where they see people from the 1800s. Yeah, I've never spoken to anyone that has seen the apparition of Henry VIII. That'd be interesting.
But then again, we could be walking down the street. That little old lady, any person could not be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, you had an experience in a park. You were speaking to a man, and everyone was saying there is no guy that works here called that. Well, so don't you find that freaky?
That was when we were doing the scare thing, wasn't it? Years ago.
That's what I'm saying. Don't you find that freaky?
I was what I believed to be paired up with someone, but there was no one actually there. But I swear blind, I was talking to.
And you said he was dressed in old-fashioned clothes.
He was dressed in an old cloak, yeah.
Strange.
He was talking. He was.
How interesting, John Boy. Could have just been someone visiting. Oh, Julia, please stay safe when you investigate.
Do you do abandoned locations, Julie, or do you do
I don't know if you're allowed to in America.
I thought it was trespassing.
There's different rules, isn't there?
Rules, isn't there?
Yeah.
There are some amazing places in America you can.
Yeah, America has a lot of history with paranormal. A lot of history with it. Whereas ours, we don't, do we?
No. You just don't want to get caught.
Yeah, I think their laws are a lot stricter than ours.
Because I think if you're on a property, I think the landowner can defend his property, let's just say.
It's kind of similar to me, Kaylee. One day I will share my experience, but at the moment I'm not going to, but I will. It will blow your minds. Trust me, guys. It's Steve doesn't like me talking about it, do you?
What one, sorry?
What happened? Like my imaginary friend. And
that is weird.
Yeah. Well, wasn't imaginary. Put it that way.
Wow, I heard my nana's voice the night after she passed.
A lot of people say that. A lot of people say as well that something will happen that day and they will just know that something's happened.
But then again, when my dad passed, the night after, we were all sitting downstairs and we heard
Him get out of bed.
someone
Walk
get out of the bed
downstairs.
of his side, the
Mhm.
floorboard go, as if he was crossing the landing, come down the stairs and it stopped.
By his guitar.
And it stopped.
And then it stopped. It was the most weirdest thing ever.
We
all just looked at each other and looked above.
Could have been the heat rising, but it have been a coincidence, but it was very strange, I must admit. One night, the husband and I were out in the country. Car was parked, saw a car coming around the corner about half a mile up the road. Then it disappeared. It was a single track road, so we'd have seen it.
Well, that's freaky, isn't it? Do you know if they were hiding? Well, it was a ghost car.
Kaylee said, I pick up on atmosphere and vibes and sometimes get flashes in my head, and it's really unnerving when they arrive. I must admit, you've had some very strange feelings, is that what you call it?
Oh, psychic. Yeah, I'm always getting things right. I predict things and it happens. It's freaky.
It's
freaky.
very strange.
And like, I can go places and I'll know exactly the layout of the place, even though I've never been there before. It is.
You did it at that castle, didn't you?
King Henry VIII, yeah. I swear, I tell you, I'm related to King Henry VIII somewhere along the line. And also, when we was in the particular part of the castle, I turned around and said to you, this is where the most activity you're going to get is here. Went down to the lady and I asked the lady where the most haunted part of the castle was, and she said exactly where I said it was. So you can't make that up, can you? It's just weird.
Yeah, John Boy said he's a bit sixth sense.
It's weird how you can just predict things and it happens, though. It's really strange. But mine goes beyond that. I've predicted your workplace. I've predicted people I don't even know about at your work, and that's happened. It's really strange.
Yeah, it's very strange. I must admit.
I'm from the future, Steve.
You're a time traveller.
Yeah, I just time travel.
Can you tell us where we're going to be in 10 years' time?
We're going to have our own TV show.
Oh, if only.
Yeah, like Ed and Lorraine Warren did. We're going to have our own TV show. You know, we're going to be millionaires. Everyone's going to want to watch us. John's our PA. John Boy's going to be our PA. It's going to be brilliant. That'd be nice.
You can always hope.
You can, I guess. Do you know what, right? I always said this about psychics. Why can't they give us lottery numbers? Apparently they can't predict anything to do with wealth, haven't they? But psychic is a psychic, right? No? Am I wrong? John Boy, I've been doing the lottery for too many years now and I've never won anything. I'm very unlucky like that.
I think we've done the lottery. I mean, I think we've only won about 8 times, haven't we? But we've only won like a fiver or like a free lottery ticket. It's just a con, I think. Julie says, I think a lot of people do that. I've done that. When I went to New Orleans in the French Quarter, I knew my way around.
It's just weird that when I go places, as if I know I've been there, but I always, it's like I'll be standing there and I zone out, right? And I just completely zone out. And I see myself there when I was younger. It's so strange. Like, it's just really strange. I never used to say anything either because I didn't want people to think like I was crazy or something. I have never ever told anybody that. I've never said my story yet. Have I? Like a story? It's not a story, but you know what I mean. About what happened when I was younger and my experiences, and they still carry on to this day. I still see the same apparition I've seen since I was younger. It's so strange. I'm not sure if Kaylee's got us on socials.
Not too sure.
Don't forget to add us on social, guys, if you haven't. I think most of us.
It's in the description of when you click on our page.
Oh, is it?
In the little drop down thing.
Julie knows I'm crazy. So, guys, I've had a really fun night. I don't know about you, Steve.
It's been an interesting one. I know we've gone a little bit off topic towards the end, but it's
no, I didn't want to do I didn't want to do a whole live about Ed Gein because once you've watched it once, you're not really like, unless you're like me, you get obsessed with crime. Then no, but I just wanted to just get some facts because I'm a facts woman. I'm literally a facts woman. I just wanted to separate my facts to fiction. So what I thought was if we just do a little bit of facts and fiction, I thought that'd be fun.
Yeah.
And then talk about the paranormal. But our next live, guys, we will advertise it and it's gonna be really interesting. In fact, my next live, excuse me. Our next live is going to be, I'm going to tease you all now. My next live is going to be about something that you can all join in because you've all had dreams, but sometimes dreams can go beyond dreams. And that's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's a riddle, I tell you. It's a riddle. So that's what I'm going to say. Good night, Susan. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your night and enjoy your week, whatever you're up to.
Thank you,
Thanks, John Boy. Thank you so much. But yeah, that's what I'm going to say. So I'm left with a riddle about our next live. Also, guys, just to let you know as well, we're going to try and do some more lives because I know everyone loves a good live, don't they? We're going to try and throw some more lives in.
You're going to probably do like an investigation.
Might do like 3 investigations alive or something like that, or another live. We're going to try and throw some more lives in anyway for you guys because I know you just love getting involved in the topics. And
I know some people,
everyone is so friendly as well. So, yeah. But, yeah. So, yeah. I think the next live we do, everyone is going to be able everyone's going to get involved, I think. Everyone's going to... You'll all have something to say.
I think everyone's had what you're talking about.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
At some point.
It's a very... What I'm going to talk about in my next live is a very common thing. It's a very common thing. So we've all had dreams, right? That's what I'm going to say. There you go. No more. So I'm going to explain it all because I go on and on and on. And my brain is going too fast. My brain's going too fast, seriously, right now. I can't handle this. Thank you so much, John Boy. Thank you so much. And thank you, Julie. Thank you so much, John Boy, because I really do try and be so respectful in everything I say. That's why I try and abbreviate things. But yeah, I hope I have explained things. And I hope everyone's found it really respectful. And I hope everyone's enjoyed my truth from fiction tonight. Because I just think it's fun getting some facts, isn't it?
It is nice. It's nice to have a discussion with everyone.
And it doesn't always have to be the paranormal either. Although the paranormal always ends up in it. So, guys, I am going to say goodnight. Oh, I know you don't want us to go, but we have to go. We have to get some sleep. So I'm going to say my good nights now. And I just want to say to everybody, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for getting involved. If you haven't gotten involved and you are watching from home, thank you so much for watching us. Can you all please stay safe out there? Anybody that goes investigating, please all stay safe. And I can't wait to hear from you guys next week. And yeah, can we just say good night and thank you so much? And can we just say, I really hope you enjoy your week and have a lovely week. And one more thing left to say. Happy Halloween, guys.
Happy Halloween.
We won't see you before Halloween. So can we just say happy Halloween, everyone? And stay safe.
And thank you to all the mods, John Boy.
Thank you to the mods.
Thank you, Julie, even though Julie's not in with us tonight.
Yeah, I hope she gets well soon. But thank you to all our mods. You've done a fantastic job. Thank you to all our community. Thank you to all our members. You're all amazing. So, yeah, thank you. And good night.
Self-promotion from John Boy.
Yes, if any of you do like watching gaming or walks along the seafront, which I find really relaxing as well, John Boy does that on his channel. So please go over and give John Boy a bit of support. Give him a sub, give him a like. And yes, happy Halloween, everybody.
Take care.
Take care. Good night. Bye.